Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm your name, and I'm super excited to kick off your journey into C programming. You might be thinking, C? Isn't that an old language? While it's been around, C is still incredibly relevant and powerful. It's the bedrock of many technologies we use today, from operating systems to embedded systems. We're going to build a fun game, Guess the Number, from scratch. This hands-on approach will make learning engaging. So, if you're ready to take your first steps into coding and build something cool, stick around. Let's dive in.
Alright, every programmer needs their tools. Think of it like setting up your workshop. We need a C compiler to translate our code. For beginners, I highly recommend either GCC or MinGW. Don't worry, installation is straightforward. Let's search for GCC download or MinGW download on Google and go through the installation steps together. During installation, make sure to select the GCC package. This is a crucial part. Next, we need to add it to your system's path environment variable. I'll show you how on your OS. Now let's choose a code editor. A good code editor makes your life easier with features like syntax highlighting. For this tutorial, I'll be using your chosen code editor. It's beginner-friendly and free to use. With our compiler installed and code editor ready, we're all set to start writing some C code.
Okay, let's talk about the building blocks of C. Think of it like learning the alphabet and basic grammar before writing a sentence. First up, syntax. C has a specific way of writing code. You'll notice things like semicolons at the end of most lines. These are like periods in English. Next, data types. These tell the computer what kind of information we're working with, like int for whole numbers and float for decimal numbers. Variables are like containers that hold our data. For example, a variable called userGuess stores the number the player enters. Operators are symbols that perform actions on our data. We have arithmetic operators like plus, minus, and comparison operators like equal to.
Now, let's move on to some fundamental programming concepts that will make our game interactive. Loops allow us to repeat a block of code multiple times. The two main types we'll use are for loops and while loops. For loops are great when you know how many times you want to repeat something, while loops continue as long as a condition is true. Conditional statements let our program make decisions. The most common one is the if-else statement. Functions are reusable blocks of code that perform specific tasks. They help us organize our code and avoid redundancy. We'll be creating our own functions for different parts of our game to enhance our coding efficiency.
Alright, time to put our knowledge into action and build our Guess the Number game. The computer will pick a secret number and the player will try to guess it. First, we need to include essential libraries, stdio, h for input, output, stdlib, h and time, h for generating random numbers. Next, create our main function. This is where our program execution begins. Type int main, and the closing curly brace. Inside main, we want to seed our random number generator using the current time to get a different random number each time. Now, let's generate the secret number using the rand function and modulo operator % to get a number between 1 and 100. We'll also need a variable to store the player's guess and a counter for the number of attempts.
Now for the core game logic. We'll use a while loop to keep asking the player for their guess until they get it right. Inside the loop, we'll first prompt the player to enter their guess. Then, we'll read their input using the scanf function and store it in our guess variable. We'll also increment our attempts counter with each guess. Now, we need to provide feedback to the player using if-else statements to check their guess. Lastly, if their guess is correct, we congratulate them.
Let's start by compiling your C code using GCC or MinGW. Type in the command to compile the game. Once compiled, run the executable file. Depending on your system, it might look like this. Now, demonstrate playing the game. Show the player guessing too high, too low, and finally guessing correctly. With each guess, you get feedback from the game. It reacts to your input and guides you to the correct answer. And there you have it, your very first C program, a fully functional, guess the number, game.
So, what did we learn today? We covered the basics of C syntax, data types, variables, operators, loops, and functions. You've taken a significant first step into C programming. But this is just the beginning. To master C, keep practicing and exploring. Experiment with the code we wrote today. Try changing the range of numbers, adding more features, or turning this game into something different. Be creative. I've included helpful resources in the video description below. Check out online tutorials, coding challenges, and communities. Remember, learning to code takes time and effort. Don't get discouraged by challenges, that's normal. Keep practicing. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe for more beginner-friendly coding tutorials. Thank you for watching, and happy coding. I'll see you in the next video.